Wow, starting our game and with a real life injury as opposed to, can someone just give her a potion of healing? And
I would love to.
yeah, you are the healer. Maybe just cast something on yourself. Ouch.
I know.
That looks wildly painful.
Significant chunk.
I'm pretty wimpy though, so. Well, I guess I should.
Neosporin will cut it and attach my rest back on.
There you go.
I would be crying to anyone who would listen to me. I need help. If
that looks bad.
Me.
Well, I guess I should start this thing and let's see. There's a voice mod update today. Let's see if it works. Welcome to the Smite Force Chronicles. That seemed to work, yeah?
Nope.
There was no sound, right?
No, just your normal voice.
What? That sucks. Well, I don't understand. Anyway, so we'll figure this out some other time. Do you guys have the map loaded? Everyone see it?
Yep.
Yes, I do.
Awesome. And I think I'm ready to roll.
Characters missing though. I see Tyros and myself, but I don't see anyone else on here.
Okay. Wait a minute. Am I echoing now?
No, not yet. I see Tempe, Stefanos, Dinjarin. I see everybody on the map.
That's weird. Well, there is some weird thing going on too, where like I'm seeing through things, kind of. Oh no, I'm seeing squares, like yellow squares around everybody that, like the space they're taking up too.
Well, that's because they're neutral towards you.
Oh, there's stuff in so there's Tempe. Yeah, I don't see Alexandria or Glory. Okay, no, I see it there. Just it's cut off.
Oh yeah, move your map around and make sure it's loaded for all of you, and then we can get started.
Where is Glory?
Yeah, Glory is the only one I don't see.
Isn't Glory at the?
I thought she was at the bar with me.
Did she fall off the?
She walked towards the door. She was ready to go while I was still talking. Can't resize this thing. Why can't I resize it? I don't know if she walked out though. I don't think she did.
I'll be back. I have to rebandage.
Yeah, you rebandage, and I'll just do an update, and then we'll get going. I was kind of hanging tight. I didn't want to harsh you. Well, while she's gone, let me do the recap. And it's an odd start today. We're down a bunch of players, and we've had an injury. So that's always crappy. So let me ask you this. If I were to say, welcome to the Smite Force Chronicles. Was I echoey that time? All right. That was user error. I had chosen the wrong audio input. All right, so when you guys were last here, you found your way to the Laughing Goblin. Spanky had suggested it as a place to hang out and try, but you're not supposed to tell Madame Fiona because the tea kettle is your jam, and they've treated you well. You get to the Laughing Goblin, you talk to some patrons and discovered there's something up with the Sokol Keep. It's over on Thorn Island. The groundskeeper, or I'm sorry, not the groundskeeper, the Egan Sokol is in charge of the keep and has gone missing. There's also this rumor of some sort of ghosts or ghost ships attacking villages. There's something up with the Black Guard there. You heard about someone named Grim, and Grim, seemed to be searching for some treasure, or was it Egan? You haven't quite squared that away yet. But you've been directed to a couple of things. One, you guys were looking for property, and the merchants told you maybe you should talk to Beth Vestus. over in the business administration office. You were also told that you can buy maps and other interesting artifacts there, as well as that's the Sokol Business Center. So you can go and find a little bit more about the island and potentially secure passage to said island. That brings us up to speed. You are now milling about. You said I think we don't have Gloria yet, right?
No.
No, I do not see her on the map.
Are you sure about that? Because she's right next to the barkeep. Where
Just appeared.
Oh, she was in the Tinkle Hut, and she's now back. So she had a lot of ale. Got to wash down those scones. All right, so so what do you guys want to do right now? I'm assuming the plan is to go and check out properties per your last conversation and maybe find a little bit more, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I think the idea was we were going to head to the business center, deal with some stuff there, get some info about the island, and once that's taken care of, there's a Sergeant Hearn that we needed to find from the Black Guard.
Ah, yes. Yeah. So Hearn is he's at his guard post. It's on the docks. It's over on the docks. So the question is, do you want to head to there first, or do you want to go to the administrative office?
I'm thinking the administration office. Dinjarin,
Well,
what do you
I'm also wondering though. There's still a couple people we have so there was 2 guards that came in and sat down that we didn't try to talk to. There was the table with other in the corner over there with 3 people. Should we try to talk, see if any of these people have information for us before we leave?
If you want to move into position wherever you want to talk.
All right. Well, since it's on the way out, I'll just come over here and maybe have a quick chat with these black guards.
Awesome.
Black
so,
fist.
you're not exactly a normal looking person.
No.
And you pop behind them, and they look at you, and they're kind of like,
what? You need some help? If not, move along.
I just saw you 2 fine, upstanding citizens who hold up the law and keep us all safe sitting here, and I thought to myself I should come over and offer you both a drink, just for the outstanding work that you 2 do.
We appreciate that. Yeah, that sounds great.
Barkeep, 2 of what these fine gentlemen are having over here.
Oh, that's why.
So, what were you gentlemen up to before you came here? Perhaps working at the keep, maybe?
What do you want to know?
I've just heard so many things about Flan, and I heard the keep is a sight to see, and I just thought, we should probably. You seem like you might know something about it, and give us some of the historical context, like underground chambers, or how tall it is, what's the view like from the keep, things like that we might want to know.
He wants to know about underground chambers.
Well, I am a drow. I do prefer dark areas, so
Yeah, I see that, but I don't see race. The Black Guard. We're all above board. So yeah, look. If you want to know, we've done our rounds at the keep, right? Typically 6 of us. We keep an eye on the lighthouse. To ensure no harm comes in it and it doesn't go out. Of course, it's out now, but that wasn't on my watch. If you want to know more about that, you could either talk to Grim, who leads. He's a lieutenant, and he leads most of the groups of 6 that go to the island, or perhaps Sergeant Hearn. He's over on the docks.
Would you know where we could find Grim if we wanted to talk to? He seems like an interesting fellow.
When Grim's not here, he's at the island.
Ah, okay. Well, I thank you for your time. I'll let you get back to the drinks, you know, and I appreciate all the information. I guess, you know, seeing as how we cannot get to the island, at least anytime soon, you know, we won't be able to talk with Grim. But perhaps I'll go chat with this Hearn fellow.
When you find him, you'll notice he's lazy. He's a lazy man.
Interesting. Thank you.
Well, yeah, thanks for the polls. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
We'll keep it in mind if our paths cross again.
So with that, well, you've got some kindred spirits here, which is kind of disturbing, right? Because you're not necessarily, you know, the best kind of person, and these guys seem to like saddle right up next to you. So you found that, you know, Grim is, you know, the sergeant on the island, and you know, there's probably quite a tale there. But sort of to run interference, it's probably Sergeant Hearn on the docks is who you're going to need to talk to next.
Yep.
And while this is going on, Tyros, what are you doing?
I'm just finishing up my beer, waiting for Glory to lead the way as to where we're going.
And you were really broken up.
Everything is so on my computer right now.
Yeah, it's really, I don't know if you have a bunch of applications open. You may want to close other things down.
I have everything closed except for Fantasy Ground and Discord.
Oh, crazy. Well, you sound better now. All right, so did you still want to talk to those last 3 patrons, or you guys want to be on your way?
What do you think, guys? Seems like everyone so far we've talked to has been somewhat saying the same things. Either Hearn or Bestos.
I think we're ready to go.
Yep.
All right. Where should we go first? Should we go talk to Bestos and look for our place of to stay and keep all of our goods?
Yeah, I mean, that's the business center as well. They've got maps. So there might be a map of the keep as well.
So you're heading to the Sokol administration office. Sounds good. Let me share it for you. And load it up.
A lot of questions here.
You got some question marks, do you? Yeah, this will take a second to load. I may actually share whatever maps we're going to use today in advance. Look at that. So, tell me when you guys can see the map.
I can
see the map.
And people are slowly appearing as well.
Boom. Boom. Dinjarin has entered the game. Glory has entered the game. Stefanos has entered the game. And let's not forget Tempe. So you guys find yourself in the courtyard of the Sokol administration office. This is a place where a lot of business can happen. It's well maintained. Think of it as a D&D kind of mall. You know, you see Carp Wormrock, or I'm sorry, Carp Romhook, you know, coming out of the offices, on his merry way with a smile on his face, whistling. Looks like he's up for some adventures.
Hey, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Would you happen to know of which office would be Bestos' office? We're looking to buy a homestead of some sort, and we heard she was the one to talk to.
That's Bestos. Bestos has the bestest real estate in all of Flan. Yeah. So what you do is, you know, she helped me buy my shack. Right. It's a lovely shack. It's although she did call it a bungalow. But yeah, yeah. So if you want to, Beth, if you see off to the right here, where I'm pointing, those two windows that looks into her office. You can sort of see her sort of standing. So if you go, in these front doors and to the right, that's Beth Vestas's office. While you're there, off on the left is Liela. She's the Sokol administrator. And if you continued forward, heading towards the really cool nautical symbols, on the floor, that's where you're going to find Getcha There Travel Merchant. There are other merchants there, but I went. I was looking for some magical items for some experiments I'm running, back in my shack, and that office right now is closed. So maybe I'll try back later.
Would you happen to need an escort back to your shack? What kind of experiments there are you running?
Oh, nothing. I'm a student, so I'm just learning. I'm just learning. I'm a self-taught learner. But Flan's pretty safe. The Black Fist keeps everything under. It's like, love them or hate them. It's a pretty safe city from what I've understand. And I'm just down the street. So thank you for your offer. But I do not feel comfortable with with this exchange and where it's heading.
Yeah. Well, you should probably keep your eye out for strangers. It's best you don't. Thank you very much for and we appreciate your information.
And he sort of starts to back away, like uncomfortable with where this conversation is heading, and disappears off the radar. All right, so you guys find yourself in the lobby or in this entryway.
Where to first? Should we go to Beth? Real estate? Let's go there first, guys. Yes.
Let's go see Beth Vestas.
By the way, if I didn't know better, the way everyone here in Flan uses the exact same phrasing, I would almost say she may have some sort of magical spell over everybody.
You think? All right, so door is open. You guys can move yourselves in if you're so inclined.
Forget.
So, quick question: Are you all heading into the property office? If so, I can just fast track you to bring you in.
Yeah, I think that's
what
I
guess so.
Yeah, we all wanted to do to start with.
All right, let's do that. So, as he described, you guys make your way into this office, and yeah, it's impressive, right? There's walls of books and maps and interesting travel gear. There's this crazy sundial, planetary something or another right in the middle. You do see off to your right a gentleman in a yellow cap. Does look like he's probably Getcha There. He's studying some sort of a scroll or a map, or you can't tell from where you stand. And then yeah, just as you go up the stairs off to the right, before those bookcases, you see a door. And this is supposedly where Beth Vestas can be found.
Sorry, I'm reading some of the names of the characters.
Get you there.
Well, when you're trying to remember merchant names, you go with like Getcha There is probably a good travel agent. And I would wager that Sushi probably works at a restaurant.
Oh, there's a Sushi. I didn't even see her. That's awesome.
Shall we knock on the door and see if Beth is in her office? Or,
let's go and knock on the door.
All right. Door is open. Feel free to move in. I don't know that all of you need to go in and scare her. I would argue that Tempe will hang tight outside. Alexandria is gonna go sort of sidle over to this map area.
I'll
pull you guys
my
in.
history with the way I come off with many of these townfolk. It might be best if I stay outside too.
I know that Glory was interested, so I know she moves in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Stephanos,
I'll just right here.
she'll probably hang out, right? So, all right, so Tyros, you make your way into this office, and you see Beth Bestis. She has quite a presence, larger than life. Her makeup's all done up. It smells oddly of fresh baked cookies and scented candles in her office. And she sees you come in. She's like,
Well, hello there. I'm Beth Bestis. What can I do for you? Are you here to buy real estate? You trying to find out more? Are you buying? You selling? And you have representation.
Sorry, I love that voice. He's got a Seinfeld flashback. Hi, Beth. Yeah. My name is Gloria. My compatriot here, Tyros. We are looking at purchasing some real estate for a small group of us, and we do not have any representation.
Well, I am excited to help you out.
There is a group of 6 of us, so we're hoping to find a place that is large enough that would be able to accommodate us all.
Well, let me. So do you guys see a shop now? A little green item.
Yes.
And can you click it?
Oh, I can.
And do you see properties and the like inside?
I did until my screen glitched. There we go. I do. So we have, I see by your list here, there is a 2-room canal front home. You've got a 3-room tavern.
Yes, that canal front room it's a lovely place to just kick up your feet and relax. And it is canal adjacent. Here, let me pull out its brochure.
Canal adjacent means you have a small view of the canal down an alley.
so she pulls out the brochure and brings it up. So you guys should be seeing the location, and you should be seeing the floor plan.
Ah, there you go. The location is not loading quite yet, but
It's a pretty substantial image, we'll just say. But as you can see,
as you can see, it's two disconnected rooms. So there's privacy, right? Now, the little windows overlook the canal. You can hear the little boaters, go on by and go about their business. It's lovely. It's a perfect little bungalow getaway for the adventurer who doesn't spend a lot of time at home. Canal front and a short walk to the markets. This little gem is a hidden treasure. What do you think? Are you looking for something bigger?
I think we might be looking for something bigger. I do like that canal adjacency, but yeah, as I mentioned, there's 6 of us, and as much as we do like
6?
each other, we do like to have our own privacy at times.
Well, let's see what else we got here. Now, I do custom orders, so you'll notice that you'll see some things are for sale, and there's also just properties, right? So you put a down payment down, and we can custom build a property for you. But like
tavern
on hand today. Oh, would you like to look at the tavern? The tavern's a lovely tavern. Let's see here.
I'm yelling out from the door to Gloria.
Well, why don't you just
tavern?
Why don't you just come in, Dark One? Just come on in. Everyone's welcome with Beth Bestis.
Go on in, Dinjarin.
tavern could be interesting. We have our own beer.
This is what I'm thinking.
We need also a very like safe location.
Oh, that is a good point. We don't want any of our goods taken.
So I've shared with you both the floor plan, and the location, and this isn't too far from that small shack. So, this property it's currently set up to deliver fine ale, meats, and cheese to the locals. This tavern is to die for in its cozy charm. A hot spot after work and on weekends, your tables will always be full. It comes with a large common area, bar, a modest kitchen, and a dedicated storage area. And for the cunning, there's room to add a stage. Not into running a business? Sell off the goods and convert it into whatever your heart takes you. It has good bones and is quite a steal.
So you can see why Beth Best has she's clearly spent at least 9 years running a design team for a real estate company. So So if you take a look at it, it's it does have good bones. It's an interesting. It's just up those stairs, right? It's got some storage, but it is a commitment. Something to keep in mind. As you guys would know as common knowledge, it does not require upkeep costs, right? In and of itself, but you will have to buy supplies, right?
I like it because we could also make money off of it while we're out.
I was thinking the same thing. We could be
have
running a lucrative side business here.
Yeah. Make us some coin on the side.
So not to be rude, but just real quick, have you been pre-qualified for a loan, or will you be paying cash?
I think that our thought was we would be paying cash.
I know we haven't been pre-qualified for a loan yet.
Well, how much money do you have?
That is a very good question. I'm glad.
That is also a very personal question, Beth.
Well, if you want to get into a property.
True. I guess you make a good point here. I mean,
inventory.
We have about. What's EP stand for?
Electorium.
We have 3 Electorian, about 1,000 gold pieces, and 1 platinum.
Well, you don't have much, friend.
Now, if you were to look in your party inventory, you guys are actually loaded.
Yeah, that is our party inventory.
In your party inventory, I see you have 225 platinum.
Oh, why am I not seeing that?
Oh, you're reading parcel coins. We have to look at,
okay. I'm looking at the wrong spot. Okay.
Although I don't like our coin manager seems to not be there working anymore. Does anyone remember how many? Hold on, the platinum. I gotta look it up because if you guys want to buy a home, the coin manager's not there.
I'll be right back.
Okay, platinum to gold 5E. 5E, good times. There we go. Okay, so if we have platinum, you guys, how much platinum do you guys have?
225.
225. Hold on, that is not. We usually have a tool here that does this for us. Okay, platinum, there we go. 225. So you have about 2,250 gold pieces. So plus that 500. So I'd say all in, you guys have around. Hold on, that doesn't make any sense. Upper gold. So a platinum is 10 gold. And that's the highest up there. Electrum is half a gold, so everything else is smaller. So you want to add your gold and your platinum together. So you get about 5,400 plus. I'm sorry, you get about 2,250. So you get about 3,000 gold.
And what are silvers worth?
Silvers are 1/10 of a gold.
1/10. And so another 24. Yeah, so close to 3,000 gold is what we have.
So it looks to me like, you know, what I was going to suggest. Now, you must see this, because this is quite exciting. We've got a tavern, right, which is, you know, a bit of a commitment. But, you know, we can also consider financing this for you. And she rifles through her
desk and she pulls out something fairly impressive. So let's load it up for you. Uh-oh, I'm spinning. Hopefully we just didn't lose Fantasy Grounds. Oh, it just all turned white. Let me wait for it. Let me wait for it to come back. It's concerning me how white it is.
By the way, when I did the conversion online, it said that 1 platinum is equal to 5 gold pieces.
Oh, I don't have that. I have it as equal to 1 platinum is equal to 10 gold pieces.
I prefer that, but
I'll take Thomas's conversion.
yeah.
Well, that's the chart. Okay, there we go. I don't know why that took a half an hour to load up, but I'll start sharing this with you while then she also shares with you an illustration. Oh my gosh, it's not responding again.
Ooh, a fort. I like the sound of fort.
So, you know, so this is an amazing single-story keep, and it's located on the Flan Harbor. It's, you know, close to the action, on land and on sea. Be the envy of your adventure buddies when they tell you about their shack and you invite them back to your keep for a pint of ale on the lookout tower. This is a must-see property, and it can be yours with a modest cash offer. These don't come on the market soon, and it's sure to go fast.
Be the envy of your friends.
If one were to want to get a loan for this, where would we need to go and who would we need to talk to?
I could draw up some finance papers with some reasonable terms, but it'll take me a couple of days to get things secured. I would need a down payment if you were interested in the keep, because, you know, and I need to run a credit check and make sure that you're good for the 70,000 gold pieces. You know, how close are you to being able to afford this property?
Well, not close enough to 70,000 gold pieces. We are, as it stands right now, we would have maybe a 5% down payment.
Ooh, 5% isn't much. 5% isn't much. Now, have you looked in your individual pockets, or are you only looking at the party?
Did the picture come up for you guys? I can't see it.
No, I haven't seen that yet. I'm just going to check my individual.
Not yet.
You guys haven't seen this yet? It must be awfully large.
Let's see.
I can't believe you're not seeing this amazing like keep.
Would gems be worth much?
Yes, yeah, gems are worth, you know, and I'm sure you can find a merchant who'll take those off your hands and trade for gold and platinum. look, I can talk to the current owner and see if I can bring down the price a bit, but the markets in Thon are pretty hot. Now, if you're not ready for a keep, I also have a 5-room home for sale, right? We also have some plots of land on the outskirts of Thon. They're only 500 gold pieces, and you can build your own. Right? So if you wanted to build a keep, actually building a keep is a little bit more than buying a keep, believe it or not, because of the construction costs and the taxes, and then your property taxes, on a new build are so much higher than on something that's been there for a while.
Yeah, but you know what they always say about remodeling a keep? You tear into the brick, and you never know what you're going to find, and then your expenses just skyrocket from there. You may have to redo the whole plumbing.
Yeah, but that I have heard that, but that makes sense for a home. But you know what you might find in a keep? Treasure. Nah, I'm just kidding. This thing is, I'm sure, have been gutted by now. Anyway, so what do you want to do here? Do you want to look at another home, or did you ever take a look at my brochure? Did the brochure of the keep show up?
No,
still not showing.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'll you know what? Where are you staying? I'll send one. I'll send a brochure there.
We're staying over at
Madam Fiona's,
yeah.
Oh, I love Madam Fiona. She's a lovely hostess. And have you had her scones? Her scones, oh my goodness, to die for. I mean, they're not as good as my cookies, but the scones are lovely. Well, let's take a look at one last property, and then I'm afraid that's all the inventory I really have for the day.
Gloria starts to drool at the idea of scones again.
Now, it seems like you were interested in that tavern, which is, 3 rooms, and it does make you some money. However, for slightly less money, you can actually have more property. So what I have here, let me hand you. This is a location map. It's in that same area. Right now, I'm really working the canal area.
And she hands you another flyer, and you can see that this property is on the west side, a little farther from the canal, but it is a little bit larger, And then as you guys are do you guys see this yet?
Right now, I'm just seeing the red question mark.
Well, while you guys are getting the brochures together, Beth says,
this home is in a fantastic location, just down the street from the canal and a short walk to the markets. It features a good-sized bedroom, common area, and a study or a workshop. However you roll between adventures. You do seem like adventurers. There are 2 lovely attached rooms with their own entrances. They make for a nice guest area or a place to house that extended family you don't really want to be around. Don't miss out on this amazing property. It'll go fast in this hot market.
So this property, did anything load the floor plan or anything?
Not yet.
Not yet.
There's something up, because the floor plan shouldn't even be that large.
Probably has to do with the last update.
Well, I mean, the first image loaded fast, right?
Yeah, that
one loaded fast. The tavern wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, the tavern was bigger than this one. So I'll stop sharing the location, because it's just off to the west, and I'll reshare this one. So this one should load fast. I don't know why this 5-bedroom home isn't sharing.
Is it a 5-bedroom home or a 5-room home?
It's whatever you make it, honey. Right now, it's set up. It's set up with 2 little efficiency bedrooms / homes. One has a fireplace. Don't tell the other. And then the 3 connected rooms it'll sleep 3 or 1 more comfortably, with a kitchen / dining area, and then a dedicated study where you can, plot your next adventure.
And you still haven't seen the map, right?
No, but Gloria is starting to get a little intrigued about that study room.
Yeah, my guess is that would be the one Glory would want, if not the keep. But I'm a little cautious about moving into such a large keep with our financial situation as of right now.
Have you run a tavern before?
No, but I have drank a lot of ale.
Well, just so you know, it's it may not be your first step into buying property. You may not want it to be a shop.
Very good point. I see why they call you the best.
And looking at that map, there really wasn't any living quarters for us.
No.
Oh, no. I mean, you could convert to the storage room, but then you wouldn't be able to store your goods.
No. I have a feeling, Bethesda, that unless we qualify for a very huge loan, I think the 5-room home is probably what's going to be in our price range.
Would you like me to drop the paperwork and purchase today, or would you like to think about it and come back?
Hey, Stefanos, what's your thoughts?
It's going to go fast.
I can't see the map still, but I'm thinking. I don't really know where or how it looks like, but it seems like enough space.
So yeah, so the spaces available right now there was the 2-room canal front home. There was a 3-room tavern, which really has no living space. The 5-room home, which I think has 2 small bedrooms, with a kitchen and a kitchen and a study area, and then the keep, which is 70,000 gold pieces. My thought also would be, why not, if we need some living or sleeping quarters, maybe it wouldn't hurt to purchase both the 2-room canal front home and the 5-room home.
What if, so is tavern out of the question? There are no rooms there, right?
There's the main tavern, a kitchen, and a storage area for the tavern.
Well, you could put a cot. I mean, how many of there are you? I'm going to share this home.
There's 6 of us right now.
Oh,
in our
6.
grand party, yes. Although myself and my compatriot here don't really need to sleep that often.
Where are you sleeping now?
Where are we sleeping now? Oh, Madame Fiona's, where we are letting some rooms there.
So you've got to ask yourself: do you want to? Are you trying to have a steady earned income? Are you in a position to hire some people to run this place while you're out and incur the costs of some, the ale and the food, and secure the, distribution, for this tavern?
Well, funny you asked that. Is the bar or tavern already being run and managed? Would we be able to hire the people who are running it, or are they looking at selling and completely leaving?
It is running. They're looking to leave. But it is being sold with its current inventory and tables, chairs, and utensils and the like. So you'll probably have a good 2 to 3 weeks worth of goods, but you'll need to find some people to run it.
I would say, what do we do this? Because I think for just a little bit more, we could get the 5-room home and the 2-room canal front. That would be enough for all of us. And then if we want the tavern for later, we could always come back and buy the tavern. What would you guys say to that?
Maybe just the 5-room spot, because can we share rooms? Like, I'm so small, I could share a room.
And again, Dinjarin and I we can, when we do need to sleep, we can just sit down at the kitchen and just sort of meditate.
Well, right now, the 5-bedroom home sleeps 6.
Let's go for the 5-bedroom home then. Let's do that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It'll sleep 7 if any of you are dating.
No, I
I
don't.
do have my eye on the waitress at the bar though.
Oh, she's lovely. She out on the and the food. Did you have the soup? Oh, they're known for their soups. So good, so
I have
good.
not
At the
had the
Laughing
soup
Goblin.
yet.
Oh, you will often find me at the Laughing Goblin.
Ah,
Don't
Do
tell Madame
we
Fiona.
wanna... No, we'll keep that between ourselves. Do
So now I think
we
it's
want to entertain the idea of purchasing the bar as well? Because I think we almost have. I think we would, if we pooled all of our cash and spent everything, we would be able to afford the tavern and the home.
I say we hold off on the tavern. I say we just get the home for now.
How long has the tavern been on the market, Beth Bestis?
Oh, let me see here. It goes on and off. The merchant decides to sell and decides not to sell and decides to sell. But I'm pretty convinced this is a good thing. So it's been on the market for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Now I will tell you, on the canal front 2-bedroom home, I do already have multiple offers. So you may have to ask, may have to offer a little over asking. But I'm just telling you that as a friend.
How about the 5-bedroom home?
The 5-bedroom home went on the market today.
Let's go for that one. Let's scoop that up. We can figure out the other ones later. I think we have a couple more things we need money. We may need money for anyways.
Yep.
all right. So let me look in your inventory. And did it ever share with you guys now?
No.
No, still a big question mark on there.
I'm going to trust Beth Bestos that she's not getting us into
Sight
anything.
unseen.
All right.
But then again, my intelligence is only that of a 7, so
Well, I will make sure that you guys get a copy of your fantastic both neighborhood and.
Oh, it showed up.
It
just showed up.
That is bananas. How long that took. I'm very worried about the.
Interesting. Alexandria's character's intelligence isn't much higher than mine.
Well, she's got that
The
going.
two
for her.
evil characters aren't that smart. We're just like, well, okay.
All right, so let me pull up your party sheet. And what did we say? Platinum. So you have
5,000. I think is what you said. So 10
No,
times.
we have 2,250 gold pieces converted from platinum,
Not coming up.
and then an additional 545 gold pieces on their own.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Oh, that's a combat truck.
Okay, can you say that again?
So we have 225 platinum, which converts to 2,250 gold.
2,250. Okay, plus.
Yeah. And then plus another 545 gold on its own.
Okay.
And
I think that'll cover this place if you're good with that.
yeah, Stefanos, what are you thinking?
The question is whether or not we're gonna, which pieces to use to pay.
No, about purchasing this 5-room home.
It's only
Oh
1,300.
yeah, I still don't see it, but I'm gonna rely on your eyes. If it looks good, let's get it.
All right, so we have got to give the that's the party coins. Oh, you also have another 928 in the shared. So what I need each of you to do is drop all your gold. I can do this for you if you want. You got to drop it into who's going to be purchasing this thing?
I think we'll let Glory purchase this.
Yeah, because, and I'll need you to do. I don't see in my inventory the gold or anything.
And I'm terrible with money, Tyros. Tyros will just give it away to help people out, or spend it and buy everybody drinks at the bar. Tyros should not manage money.
Okay, hold on one second. So if I take this 52 and put it here. All right, and that gives you 0 gold pieces. Oh, you have 45 platinum, by the way, Mr. Dinjarin.
Oh.
Unless you didn't want anyone to know that.
How come I don't see it? I just see coins. I don't see them broken down individually.
Isn't that? I think we're all carrying a certain amount, are we not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing Dinjarin with 45. I'm carrying 24. Stefanos has 3. Alexandria has 33. Tempe has 80. How did Tempe get his hands on 80 platinums?
I don't think he spent anything at the
So does Alexandria look like she have negative?
Let me see.
No, I'm seeing her as 33 gold pieces.
Yeah, she has 33. 33 platinum.
Sorry, platinum.
She doesn't have any gold at all, though.
No.
Okay. So let's see. I'm making note to adjust. So minus for the sale of the 5-bedroom home, minus 1,300. I'll work this out later. Gold pieces for home. That way I'm just going to throw this into your inventory. 1300. Okay, so whoever's making the purchase, who's making the purchase? Glory?
Glory make the purchase. Yeah.
Then she needs to open up. She's very loaded down right now, so she needs to load up the store, and then make the purchase.
Okay, so I'm in Glory's inventory.
You just need to, with Glory selected, click the little green icon.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be, so double click Glory. So
Yep.
you're being, and then double click the shop and close it. Whoever else has the shop open, close it. And then take that for sale 5-room home, and drag it down to the, into the cart. And hit buy.
Okay, 1 second.
Action-packed episode with real estate purchasing.
All right, so take the 5-room home and drag it to where?
You're gonna add it to the
Shopping cart.
shopping cart.
Oh wow, this thing is like slow today.
Where would I find the shopping cart?
It's the green pin in front of Beth Bestis's desk.
Oh, okay. I got to go back to the map on there. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you had it open earlier, so that's the same thing.
Yeah. I got too many windows open here on the. Okay, so 5-bedroom home. I've dragged it. Has anything happened?
Nope. Let me see here. 1 second. I'm gonna put a new link. And okay, now close that and open that one up.
Oh, okay.
And see if it changes anything.
Sure.
It should now have a little arrow pointing to the left.
Yeah, I'm just not even able to open up the link from. So yeah, I can't even open up that dropped pin that's in Beth Besta's office.
Really?
Yeah, I've had the spinning wheel for a while on the...
All right. You want the 5-bedroom, right?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on with the server today. Or their system, because it's pretty slow.
Yeah, I have nothing open other than Discord and Fantasy Grounds.
It just must miss having all the other players today, and just like, why doesn't anyone want to be here today?
All right, so you have purchased the home. So give me 1 second. And in your party inventory. Nope. Party inventory.
Oh gosh, guys. I'm beginning to regret this is a pretty large purchase. I think I have purchased
Don't get buyer's remorse.
buyer's
Don't
remorse,
get buyer's
guys.
remorse.
I've never, I mean, being a drow, I've never really owned anything surface-wise, so this is new to me. I don't quite know. Well, we just built a rock hut down in the caves, and that was pretty much it.
I love that we're all committing to each other in this way, though. Buying property together. We're a real family.
Fighting crime together.
Getting into some trouble together.
Alrighty. Give me 1 moment.
You know, now that we've taken this commitment, guys, and bought a house as a group, I should probably let you know about some of the dark things in my past. Like, I may possibly be hunted by a spider queen god that will probably kill anyone's associated with me. Just, you know, just throwing that out there at this
Pretty
point.
sure you're still also being haunted by Chad or whatever his name was.
Oh, that's true.
Chob. Well, I can tell you with
Chob.
absolute certainty, I'm looking forward to visits from Chob.
That's true. I'm pretty sure Job is
We miss you, Chad.
going to be a part of our household.
Should
No,
have
I'm
that
just-
extra room.
I'm just pulling the paperwork together. Just give me a moment, and the deed will be yours.
Beth, you seem like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
very wise and knowledgeable realtor.
Oh, thank
Would
you.
you, if you needed someone to say bless / exercise anything from a house that you purchased, would you know of who to talk to?
Goodness.
Or would you be able to get back to us with someone later?
Exercise, as in a demon?
More of like a annoying spirit more than anything.
Oh, is someone haunted? Are they?
You know, we've had quite a few adventures and things have happened and accidents, and we don't need to get into that now. I was just kind of curious if you knew of anyone.
Oh well, I'm just working on your paperwork. I would love to hear your tale.
You know,
No. I mean, all of our names are going on to this deed, I'm assuming, or I'm hoping, correct?
Did you want all your names on it?
I think that would be the safest thing to do. I mean, just in case something might happen to Glory, we don't want this home going into probate.
yes.
Okay.
If something were to happen to Glory.
Well, there's only one deed, but I can add all your names to the deed.
That sounds good.
And if you ever decide that you want to sell this place, you know who you're going to call, right?
Yeah,
Of course.
Best.
Festus.
The best realtor in all of Flan.
I like to think the only realtor.
I was just about to ask, are there even any other realtors in Flan, Beth?
Oh, there are other realtors. You know, look, the way it works is, you know, when one stops adventuring and they get tired, or maybe their kids leave home, right, and go off on their own. One gets bored, so one becomes a real estate agent.
You must have some very interesting tales, Beth.
Indeed.
Would you know how property value, how much it goes up year over year here in Flan?
Right now, it is a buyer's market, as you found out. I've gone ahead and put the Smite Force property into your inventory, and it's complete. It's complete with an image of the location map, so you can find your way there, as well as the floor plan. And I have to tell you, I'm delighted that you didn't even ask to go see the property. Bought it sight unseen. But I promise you, it is as described. Now, can I do anything else for you? Do you need any upgrades, any storage bins, storage sheds, any of that stuff added to the property? It's part of
I
my
think we're
complimentary
okay.
service. Well, all right then. That's better for me.
And with that, you guys now own a property. When you next come back, you can visit your property. It'll be a thing that you'll always be able to get to, and store your gear and explore the neighborhood.
Wow, that's so weird. So it comes up really fast in the inventory. Like, so if you guys want to see it, go to our inventory. The pictures come up really quickly.
Weird.
Yeah.
All right. So with that note, anything else with Beth Bestis?
Can I do anything else for you?
I think that's it. We have other areas we need to visit and people we need to talk to today. Thank you very much.
Nope, I'm a pleasure doing business with you. This was one of my favorite transactions. You're my favorite people. And if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to hand you this stack of cards. And when you see people that may be interested in buying a property, selling a property, or really doing anything property related, can you be sure that they get my name, Beth Bestis, the bestest real estate agent in Thon?
You got it.
Sure.
Beth, we're actually on our way to look into the keep. We understand that light has gone out there. We were asked to talk to a Sergeant Hearn. Is there anything about him that we should know? Are you familiar with Sergeant Hearn?
I do know Sergeant Hearn. He's often found on the docks. He's a good man. But he's borderline retiring. So but beyond that, I mean, do you have anything specific? He's a sergeant of the Black Guard. Black Guard.
Good to know. No, I'm just wondering if he's an approachable fellow. If there is
100%.
ways.
Go down to the docks. He'll be happy to chat with you.
Fantastic. And are you familiar with the keep as well? Is there any insights you could give us on the keep?
I have been wanting to represent the Sokol family forever. I would love to get my hands on the keep, if you know what I mean. But as of right now, yeah, we've all we're all familiar with the keep. It's honestly it's interesting because the keep was a stronghold and it was part of the defenses for Flan. It's not really so much for that anymore. It's more of a lighthouse, for travelers. As a matter of fact, the keep has sort of been dismantled and upgraded. It's really a part keep and part mansion. Egan Sokol, he's the young lad that right now is accountable for the manor and the keep. He has 3 servants. I believe one of them is Dargov. I'm not real familiar, but I know that there's a groundkeeper and his wife and his son all live on the property and sort of take care of it. As well as usually a handful of Black guards will be found there.
Good to know. Thank you.
Well, you are welcome, and thank you for doing business with Beth Bestis.
All right, so you guys have purchased real estate. It did take you 50 minutes. I can go a little long today if you guys want. Heading out, Dinjarin, as you sort of enter the walkway there, and Tyros, I'll kick you all out of there. And she's shuts her door for her next call. You see Getchadar, a travel merchant. And as you remember, down the stairs and through that other door is Liela, the Sokol administrator.
Oh, that's weird. Let's go. I'm gonna walk over and talk to Getchadar.
You look like a traveler.
Yes, actually, I've heard you or someone to come talk to if we were interested in traveling around. I have one place in particular I'm hoping me and my compatriots may go visit. And we've heard so much about this keep, but we heard that it's we would have to book tickets on a ferry to get there. Would you happen to know how we can get such tickets?
I do. I know indeed.
So with
Awesome.
that, he pulls out his little price list and plops a pin down in front of you that you should now be able to see.
Let's see it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
And see if you can click it. Goodness, I hope so.
Of course not.
No.
Nothing loads?
Yeah. It turns to the where I should be able to click it, but nothing is coming up for some reason.
Yeah, yeah, I got the hand hovering on it, but nothing more. Although, if I remember correctly, if the Blackguard wants us to go and help at the keep, they'll provide us passage there.
Did they say that? So
possibly, they possibly may provide passage there. I don't.
Yeah,
know for sure.
they may, but look, you know, like I don't know why none of our shops are working today. Damn internet. But let me tell you some of the things that I have that you might be interested in. I have a book called Backpacking Thon on 5 silver a day. It's a fabulous book. This book is interesting because in Flan there is so much to do. There's so much to see. But where do you start? This book will give you general information on where to go, what to eat, and other interesting Flan facts. Also, it gives you an additional +2 history or +2 nature when consulting the book to know a thing about Flan or the surrounding area. Simply speak to the book and know answers. It can be used once every short rest. I also have a map of Faerun, which, as you know, is the greater area of which we belong. Now, for those with money to burn, I have the map of Greater Moonsea, which has a detailed description of every part of the Moonsea. Now, it is 1,220 gold, right? It's as much as a small home, but it does list every secret that we found in all of the Moonsea. Now, just looking for a map of the Moonsea, that's a mere 5 gold. You want a map of Flan? That's only 10 gold. Do you want a custom hand-drawn map of Flan? That's 100 gold, but it was painstakingly crafted. This is a collector's edition of a map of Flan. It was painstakingly hand-drawn on the finest parchment with special ink.
So, back to the other map of Moonsea.
Tell me about the Book of Moonsea.
Oh, can you see it now?
No, I can't see it, but I just remember that's what it's called. I know Glory would be interested.
Damn.
Possibly.
I have Out and About Faerun, I have Out and About Moonsea, I have Out and About Flan, I have Backpacking Flan on 5 silver a day. I have a map of Moonsea and a map of Greater Moonsea with details, but I don't have a book called Moonsea. I do have Thar's Backpack of Travel, right? Which is a nice, it's a standard backpack. But it is embroidered with the word "Don't Panic." I have Thar's discount ferry tickets. I mean, those are only 10 silver apiece, right? They're good for a single round-trip passage to Thorn Island. You can arrange pickup and drop-off times with the ferryman. You present your used ticket at the market for a free small shaved ice. Important to note, though, Tharn's travel service is not held responsible for any event, occurrences, or oopsies you may experience to or from Thorn Island. Consider purchasing Thar's travel insurance. Did I mention my travel insurance? Thar's travel insurance. The holder of this insurance policy shall be afforded the following upon proof of death, dismemberment, or accident: a classy disposal of the body, a burial in a moderate countryside location, moderate placement of limbs within reason, estate sale with profits going to the next step. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you not wanting to hear about my insurance? I understand.
Is the tickets is the keep on the island, Thorn Island?
Yes, the keep is on Thorn Island.
We'll take 6 of those. Your tickets are discounted, I heard you say, right?
Yes, they're only 10 silver.
Would you give us a greater discount if we bought 6 as a bundle?
No, they're only 10 silver.
I think we should buy our tickets just to be safe. I'll buy the tickets for us. I think I have silver still. Let's see, where's my silver?
Let me pull the tickets and go from there, and then we'll hit buy.
I pay with gold. I have a gold. I'll give them.
All right. So let's see here. Boom.
Which we do not need your insurance. We appreciate the thought of the insurance, but I don't think we'll need some of this.
All right. In your party inventory, you should now find Thar's discount ferry tickets. Thank you for shopping with Thar.
Well, thank you.
Now do come back if you'd like to know any more adventure facts or buy adventure gear or adventure maps.
What was, out of curiosity, what was, you had described one item that was for 1,000 gold pieces, and it had some details or secrets about Moonsea?
Ah, yes, the map of Greater Moonsea.
That was the one.
So, it's an incredibly detailed map of Greater Moonsea region. It is the result of thousands and thousands of hours of thankless work from many travelers. Keep in your heart a special place for those who lost their lives gathering this information. Now, of course, this map is more useful when associated with the Out and About book that's related to Moonsea. But, in a nutshell, Moonsea, also known as Moonsea Lands, was a region in North Faerun, dominated by the large sea after which it was named. It was a grim and wild frontier that was home to several city-states dominated by evil despots, with no central capital to maintain order. While it was not necessarily a safe place to live, its settlers were driven, independent, and strong-willed people like Thar. Its central location between the untamed lands to the north, along the rustic farming communities, and the powerful trading powers to the south, fostered a varied, contrasting communities that suffered much conflict and turbulence between their people. Now that is the Moonsea of the past. Today, we are, of course, a lovely, civilized area with much commerce and, thank goodness for Thar's travel, much travel.
You'd mentioned there was a book that would give us a +2 on nature if we ever needed it.
Backpacking Thon on 5 silver a day. I only have three copies left, but Backpacking Thon on 5 silver a day.
Backpacking Thon. I think we should purchase one of those.
You want one or all 3?
I think Glory will just take just one.
All right. Reduce your gold by 20. Reduce her gold by 20, please. And you now have.
I have to boogie.
You boogie. You need to go to the hospital.
So, hang in there,
Okay.
Stephanie.
Bye.
Thank you for playing.
Bye.
Hopefully you feel better.
All right, so you guys have now, I think, exhausted 2 merchants. There's a third business person that you may want to talk to. Otherwise, I would recommend that you guys make your way towards the docks.
I would say so as well.
Yeah, I think that sounds. Let's go to those docks, especially since we can't really click on any of the merchant stuff anyway.
Oh, so the last person is not a merchant. It's Leela, the Sokol administrator. So she facilitates all things happening on Sokol.
Is there anything you would want to ask her? I can't think of anything at this point I would want to ask her. I'm sure there's probably information to get, but...
Off the top of my head, no. I think probably Sergeant Hearn is who we should start making our way towards.
Yeah, we'll go to the docks.
Awesome. Unloading record. Closing record.
Oh, I just realized it's 1 o'clock already.
Yeah. You guys have done a lot of interesting things today that have nothing to do with a lot of other stuff. Let me go ahead and share the record. There's just the 2 of you. And let me clear this. Delete from tracker. Non-friendly. Loop.
Oh, spinning wheel of death. There we go.
All right. Add to combat tracker. There's only 2 people. And close this. All right, let me grab you guys and add you. You guys see the map?
Yes.
Yep.
And boom. All right, so you guys, make your way down on the docks. And you see off on one of the piers near a small boat is Sergeant Hearn of the Black Fist Guard. And there you are.
Remember, Tyros, when we first came to Flan in these docks? We fought some rats.
Seems like so long ago. So long ago.
What?
At the time, at the time, I couldn't wait to get out of this place.
I'm gonna walk over here and talk to this Hearn guy.
Yeah, I'll join you.
You Hearn? I heard about you.
Indeed, I'm Guard Sergeant Hearn.
We've heard you may be having a bit of trouble over at the keep.
Who told you we're having trouble?
Oh, you know, town folk. There's chatter everywhere, and people speak, and beer and ale and scones go flying, and you know how it goes. But we just heard that there is potentially some trouble that you could use help with.
Well, so look, and pardon all the dock noise. That's suddenly very loud.
Yes, there's a lot of hammering going on over there. They must be building some new type of ship. Maybe something that can go underwater. Some submergibles.
There we go. Yeah, well, it is a dock. There's a lot of hubbub here. Yeah. So look, over at the keep, I'm accountable for ensuring there's always, at least 6 guards at the keep. Right now, Grim, Sergeant Grim is the one that I've sent over with a contingent of six Black Fist guards. Now they've not checked in a bit. I'm getting a little bit worried, but yeah, there's something up over there. The beacon's gone out. I've heard the Egon's gone missing. And honestly, Grim's a lazy man, but honestly, he volunteers for this duty all the time, so I'm sure he has this handled. But the beacon was his job, and I'm a little concerned. Right, what's going on there? If you want to know details, you really need to talk to the Sokol administrative office, right, which is a couple of doors down.
Well, I just happened to realize you send garrisons of 6 over. There happens to be 6 of us. Sounds like, even though you're not totally concerned, you don't quite know what's going on with the last group of 6 you sent over there. For us, we would definitely be willing to help you out and go investigate into this for you for, of course, a small fee that we may collect afterwards. But, we would definitely be willing to help you out.
Well, I'm sure that we can come to some sort of arrangement. I'm not going to pay out of pocket. Honestly, I think, I'm sure the Sokol administration office will hook you up if you take care of whatever's happening there. There's merchants that aren't getting paid. There's ships that can't find their way into our harbors. It's a true mess. It's a true mess. But I'll tell you what. Here's what I will do for you. You go over there and you talk to Karst. Right, he's across the way there. And he'll give you safe passage, over to the keep. And just tell him Hearn sent you, and to do it pro bono. And I'll make sure that I cover the cost of your tickets.
Yeah,
that's mighty generous of you, Hearn.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Sergeant Hearn.
Yeah, you know what? I'm almost Hearn. I'm it's almost my retirement. I'm not even supposed to be at work today.
Yeah. Well, let us take care of things so you can go rest. We'll get this handled.
Well, that sounds fantastic.
And then he sort of yells across, across the harbor,
Hey, Karst! 6 coming! Prep your boat! Aye!
So, you see Karst across the way, prepping out his boat. You guys making your way over there, I assume?
Yeah.
Do we need to go back and talk to the administration office? Was that back in the main?
That was that last person we didn't talk to.
The last person we didn't talk to.
Yeah.
If you feel that you want more, details, right? We can
roll
roll
details. I want to secure payment for the work that we're going to do.
Did you want to role play that real quick? I mean, we don't have to load the map. We can just do it.
Yep. Yeah, we can role play it. Walk our way back to City Hall.
The role play the map in our minds.
Theater of the mind.
There you go. All right, give me 1 second. Let's unload docs, and we'll put at least the audio of the shops. So you guys walk back in. You talk to the sergeant. You're like, man, maybe we should have talked to this one person that everyone had pointed us, to. Instead, you guys talked to a bunch of merchants and bought a house. But you get there, and
nice dig.
And she opens the door, and she's like,
Hi, I'm Leela. What can I do for you?
Hi, Leela. We are actually new landowners here in Thon. We've heard a lot of grumblings about the light seems to have gone out at the keep, and we even visited with a Sergeant Hearn at the dock. Now, he's apparently sent some people to look at this keep, and he hasn't heard back from Lieutenant Grimm. We are more than prepared to offer our services to go and investigate on the city's behalf to find out what's going on with the keep. We understand merchants aren't getting supplies. The town actually may be going into a bit of turmoil if the keep doesn't get fixed.
Oh, I don't know if we should be sending people over.
Listen,
over to the keep.
I know you're just overwhelmed because the Smite force has just walked into your office and you've heard of our exploits. So
why don't you roll a charisma, deception, or persuasion, your choice.
Let me make sure I'm on the right character.
And you gotta beat a DC 10.
You know what? I'm gonna roll charisma. Should the docs map still be open, by the way?
Yeah, I'm not gonna load another map just to do this quick conversation.
Go.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not convinced. Look, the Black Fist guards are 6 of them, if I remember correctly. They're over there trying to take care of it. Yeah.
Well,
Egan's taking. He's supposed to be watching all of it. He's got Darvog and Chandra, and I can't remember the son's name, like Roni or Macaroni. I don't know.
Well, from what we've heard talking with Sergeant Hearn, it doesn't sound
Sorry, Dinjarin, if I may here.
Oh, yeah, no. Sure.
Who are you?
So my name is Tyros. When we were speaking with Sergeant Hearn, he really does not seem too confident in his Lieutenant Grimm. He's mentioned that he can be, between you and I, lazy at times. He may just be going over to the keep and having himself a little power nap and socializing with some of the groundskeepers, and then coming back and saying nothing's happened. We've just come back from an adventure, a quite successful one as well. We've just purchased a home in Flan. We are looking at settling into here, making this place our own. And with that, we'd really like to assist the Blackguard. And we'd love to see the prosperity of Flan grow. So with that, we were hoping that we could help you out and help out the city. But in doing so, we would need some compensation for our time and efforts in doing this, especially if there's some incredible dangers happening.
Well, look. I was on the fence with your friend there. He's he is off-putting. But I will say this.
He can look intimidating.
I agree.
Off-putting to some, and just gruff to others.
Dinjar.
If Hearn sent you, that concerns me. Because we cannot have these merchants beating at my door, and that beacon must come on. And I've heard of other shenanigans, but honestly, I'm of an economic mind. I do not believe such nonsense, ghosts and boogeymen. So I'll tell you what, if you can go to the keep, and come back and report back to me what's going on with the Black Fist, who at this point I'm losing some faith. Although I do like Hearn. And you can get that beacon relit. Come back with a note from Egan, saying that it's all above board, and we will exchange some coin. And so, what are you thinking for something? It's such a simple service. I mean, I will provide the cost of the ferry there and back, and I will ensure that the House of Sokol provides you with all of the food and drink you need to sustain you while at the island.
Well,
beyond that, what are you asking?
Simple is a relative term. I've heard story of otherworldly things happening over there, and boats being scared off by ghosts and whatnot. Your concept of simple, I mean, I know I'm not a bright man, but your concept of simple is far different than mine.
So you need to roll another deception check.
All right, this time deception. Come on, deception. You gotta.
And then Tyros is sort of like side-eyeing you, like, this guy keeps talking.
Of course, it's not my duty.
Look, you've not shared your name. You come in here, puffing your chest and with all this pomp and circumstance. And look, you talk to me of ghosts and goblins and spooks, and let me tell you this: I can throw a rock, in the Laughing Goblin and hit at least 3 people with that single rock that will tell you the Earth is flat.
Wait.
Tyros walks over to Dinjarin. Dinjarin, listen, I don't think that it's a very good relationship happening here. Why don't you step outside? Go get yourself an ale. I'll ensure that we get
Tyros.
Some
she thinks the Earth is round.
I don't think she thinks it is. I think she's saying that there are people who believe it is. I think I've built a bit of trust with her. Just come on, just step outside the door.
I gotta go use the Tingle Hut. I will let you speak with my friend Tyros here.
I bid you farewell. Look.
I'm sorry for my friend's behavior.
How many will be needed to complete this task?
Well, there's 6 of us that are all willing to go across and look into this. And if I could be perfectly frank, if it was something as simple as just relighting the beacon, I think it would have been done right now. I'm not saying I believe in ghosts, but I believe that there is something going on at the keep, and it may require some expertise from what our party can offer. And I think it's something above what the Blackguard has been able to do.
Well, the Blackguard are very affordable, but let me get us back on track. How about this? 10 gold apiece, and you promise to leave anything you find on the island at the island. I don't want you stealing the supposed treasure that's buried in the basement, nor anything from the mansion. Right? Like, these are historic buildings. I just want to make sure that things are up there. Too many people come here for a permit to go to the island, only to plunder and loot. And with the unease around the Black Guards, I'll need that promise that you will not rob.
Well, we have no intention to rob, but if we are going to be leaving everything on the island, I think we're going to need to be compensated much more than 10 gold apiece. By the way that you make this sound, it sounds like there is a lot of treasures there. Now we understand the historic fact of Thon, and we don't want to disturb anything.
So what is your wage?
I think our wage would be 50 gold piece a person.
No, you're gonna have to convince her of that. So why don't you roll a persuasion?
Persuasion, persuasion.
Well, you can do better than I did.
I am spinning. Stop spinning.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Fantasy Grounds.
Shall I roll for you?
I just got it going.
There it went.
$50 gold.
I can tell you that we have encountered dragons and we have left caves with dragons intact. We have kept
40.
promises.
40 gold's my best offer.
45, and we've secured our own way across.
Roll another persuasion. Action-packed, yes. But at least there's some dice rolling.
Oh yeah.
Not only will I pay you the 45, but you know what? I will give you an IOU for a favor when you return. If you get the beacon lit.
I will gladly take that, and that sounds like a fantastic deal. I'm sorry, I think I've completely forgotten your name.
I'm Leela, but you know, in Thon, you know, business requires permits, and permits are my business. So this IOU is worth more than you might think.
I peeked my head in. Tyros, did you get it? Did you make the deal?
John, everything's settled. We're good. I'll meet you outside.
Awesome.
Leela, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with me and I apologize for my friend. He can seem a little gruff at times and a little aggressive. He is actually a very good soul.
Well, I encourage you to be on your way. Talk to Karst. Tell him to give you free passage. You know, a storm is rolling in, and it's best that you get to the island before it hits.
Fantastic. Thank you again so much, Leela.
And with that, I think, why don't we get you guys on your way to the island, and then we'll call it.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, yep.
So let me unshare the record.
Hopefully next week we'll have more attendance in the group.
Possibly.
IOU might come in handy.
Especially if we want to open up a tavern. That's what I was thinking.
So you guys head back to the docks. Sort of, Karst is standing there, and let me share this with you. And let me get rid of this in the tracker. And let me add a ferry ride. All right, give me one. I'm getting the spinny thing too, you guys. It's bananas today. There was a big push.
Yeah, my pointer on Fantasy Grounds is just, it stutters.
Yeah, same here. It is not
so,
the...
where do you guys want to sit? So where do you want Alexandria? I'll pop you guys in, and you guys place yourselves in whatever chair you want. Karst is already in the back, ready to steer.
So
I would say the two heavy armor class people should be at the bow.
I was actually thinking one, so either I'm at the bow and Alexandria's in the back, or vice versa, because it depends on how we get off the boat. We may not get off the front. We may get off the sides too. So that at least puts protection, like we're there to help protect. And then maybe have we only have one archer now, huh? Or do you have a bow?
No, I have a bow. Yep, I've got a long bow.
Maybe put like someone with ranged weapons in the like mid front as well, so that if we're coming up, if we have to.
I'll stay. Yeah, I'll stay up at the front with my longbow.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good makeup of how we should be. I'll sit right there. Right.
So you guys, you guys load up and you hear.
Well, welcome to the minnow.
Welcome. Good to see you again.
She ain't much, but she'll get you to the islands. Now push your ass off the dock, and we'll be on our goddamned way.
So Karst is a ferryman of few words, but you wager, he may have a tale or three to tell. While he's barely pushing 40, he looks as if every year has hit him twice in the face. His graying hair blows in the wind from under his cap, eyes focused on the keep off in the distance. You guys can barely see this keep.
Hold tight to the oar. If you fall out, it don't matter. But if you lose that oar, I'll have to buy a new one.
So you aren't sure if he's joking or just a grump, but you hold on tight to that oar. You'd think, for the price of the ticket, that you'd not have to row, but, you push that thought from your brain, and you just focus on getting to the island without drowning. The weather starts getting rough. The tiny ship is tossed. If not for the courage of this fearless crew, the minnow will be lost. The minnow will be lost. So you guys all find a steady rhythm, and you like that, did you? Yeah. Yeah. So let's see here. Get you some good. Let's get some good sea sounds going.
Oh, I don't know if my computer can handle any more overloading.
There's your sounds. So you guys are on your way, and you're sort of making steady progress. You come past some, you see some rocks, and it is, you see it's the weather is getting a little rough, but Karst is like,
Not many civilians head to Thorn Island. What business have you there?
Well, we're there to bring business back to Flan. We understand the light is out, and they haven't been able to relight it again.
Yeah, it's a real mess.
Mess is our specialty. We clean messes up. We tend to fix things. If you want to let everyone know that you were fortunate enough to ride in a boat with the Smite Force, please tell them of our exploits, especially if we come back alive.
Oh, yeah. You're quite the blowhard.
Yeah, I think we do things fairly well here.
So as you guys are rowing, you get the feeling that events in Flan have sort of taken a bit of a toll on his livelihood. He's probably not going back and forth as often as he used to, so he's not seeing as much coin, and possibly for as he's aging, he may have already left if he could. It seems like he's willing to ferry characters back and forth to the island, but honestly, it's kind of a flimsy excuse. He's really not much else going on. And in general, like, he doesn't talk much. And if you want to talk to Karst, you get a feeling that you're gonna need the conversation to keep going. Is there anything you want to know from Karst? He does go back and forth to the island often.
Yeah, I'm wondering, maybe we should pick it up with the whole group here, just in case anyone else has questions. Or do you want to get us to the island, Thomas?
Were you guys not seeing the water?
I saw the boat and just black. I thought it was because it was stormy. I thought you did that on purpose.
No,
yeah, so did I.
I forgot to turn on something. We'll plunge a little bit ahead and then we'll stop here. Right. So yeah, or we can stop now if you want. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I think now could be a good stopping point. I mean, or I guess we're pretty much after we talk to him, and we'll be at the island, right, Thomas? I'm guessing.
At least
Yeah.
that's the hope.
At some point, you're on your way to the island right now.
All right. What do you think, Dave? Because I agree. I think there might be, although most people may not have the context of, may not remember. So I say we just ask a couple of questions that we might have. Go from there.
Yeah, let's keep the conversation going.
Okay.
So, Karst, what you look like you've worked these waters a lot. You've shipped and ferried people back and forth to the keep. What's your take on the light going out and not coming back on?
Look, I've heard of ghosts and spirits, right? Look, yeah, my gram used to tell me the island was full of spirits, and I've not seen any spirits. I've drank plenty of spirits, but I've not seen any spirits. But at least that's the rumor. There's something amiss with some spirits. I have heard of supposedly ghost ships terrorizing communities along the seafront. I don't know if there's any truth to that.
Is there?
You haven't seen anything yourself, have you?
Me? Nah, I spend most of my time ferrying, anywhere from 5 to 6 Blackfist guards back and forth. Although it's been a day or two since I've gotten a call to ferry. And between you and I kind of got the feeling that this duty for them was a punishment. I couldn't be sure. Other than this grim fella would just light up every time he was on the way to the island. And the only other people that really take back and forth is occasionally Egan, right? He's the young lad who's accountable for the keep, as well as there's Darvog, Chandra, and Roran. I spoke to them a couple of days ago, and they appear to be in good health.
Does Egan strike you as someone who may be swayed to, say, by a blackguard or anybody, swayed to do some things that perhaps he shouldn't do or doesn't realize he's doing is bad?
I don't understand the question.
So, is he naive enough where someone could convince him to do something like show him where the gold is, like the treasure, if there is treasure? I've heard there's treasure.
I've heard that Egan's a bit obsessed with finding treasure. He grew up there. His family. He was born and raised on the island. His parents are now gone. But he's accountable for the Sokol house, and from what I understand, he's sort of slipped into a little bit of obsession over this gold.
And when was the last time you took Grim and?
Well, hold on. The seas are stilling a bit. It's steady on all. So we're clear of the rocks a second ago. I feel like, we're okay until we hit those rocks up ahead. Those rocks, I hate those rocks.
What's with those rocks?
Bad things. Bad things happen on those rocks. Bad things. You ever been in a boat hit by a rock? It's not good.
No, I can't.
Oh, I have.
Anyway, you were asking? You were asking me something?
Just when was the last time you took people, Grim and the other guards, off the island?
It's been a few days. It's been a few days. Oars high. Oars high, guys. We're coming upon some more rocks. Oars high. Yeah. Mind the rocks. All forward. Fast. Thorline in adjust.
I think Carr stops mid-sentence. You turn back to see him sort of motionless. His face is tensed. His eyes are full of fear. And he screams.
Oh, great.
Sea hag! Avert your eyes!
And with that... And with that, on the rocks, these rocks that Karst hates so much, is a sea hag and what looks to be 3 creatures that I won't tell you much about until we go there and you find out if you know anything about them.
I think this is a good spot to stop because I have a feeling we're going to be rolling initiative soon.
Not only that, so Karst made eye contact with the sea hag and is now terrified. Right, so he's incapable of steering the ship or moving the ship forward while he's in this frightened state. And what little you know of sea hags, you know that if you look them in the eyes, you become overcome with fear, and are in a frightened state for roughly 10 minutes, right? Until you can shake yourself out of it. So everything would have to be done while frightened. So he's sort of somewhat incapacitated. When we next play, Dinjarin, Tempe, Glory, and Alexandria will all have to roll to see if they, when they looked at Karst, made eye contact with the hag. Safe would be Stephanos and Tyros, who were on the right side of the boat. Hence me and wondering where you guys were going to sit. Arguably, I think both Glory and Alexandria, they're safe. I think it's Tempe and Dinjarin are going to have to roll, because Gloria and Alexandria were past the hag, not necessarily at eye contact. So, when we next play, thank God we'll have some combat possibly, and we will roll for some initiative.
I gotta find, because I think I actually have protection against being frightened.
Do you?
I think so. I'll read through my stuff. But...
Yeah, that'll benefit you next week.
Yeah.
But any questions or comments on today? This was an odd one. I did not expect you guys to spend so much time talking to merchants. I also didn't expect to have so many problems with our shops. I don't know why those shops stopped working. So
I think that slowed things down, because we pretty much had a straight idea that we were going to buy a place and then work our way to the dock.
Yeah, you guys missed out on. All of the properties had descriptions and images, and you guys were just going to be able to browse and pretty quickly figure out that you could not afford a keep. But I also didn't expect you guys to choose potentially a tavern. That was an interesting mechanism. Yeah, and then like there's a lot of really like Thar's travel, as you guys heard, but you couldn't see. You were sort of robbed of being able to see like the rich information he has, like those books. Those books, out and about books that he mentioned. Those are like, if you open those up, those are real detailed information. So interesting stuff.
This was a fun one. I mean, it was mostly a narrative, but I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, even though we didn't do much battling or anything, I think we did some pretty good role playing. I would say. Yeah, we actually got into the role playing aspect of it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, awesome.
I enjoyed it.
Cool, guys. Well, listen. Hopefully, Stephanos doesn't have to go to the emergency room to take care of her cut, and everyone's fared okay. Otherwise, I will see you guys next week.
Sounds good.
Sounds fantastic. Thanks, Thomas.
Thank you.